Hey, snapping along. Welcome to Discover Myrtle Beach Podcast, the flagship podcast of the Grand Strand and everywhere around. My name is Sean McKenna. Join with me is Daniel Sims.
What's going on, man? We are the premier.
If you're watching
podcast
on Facebook live video, you can see our little pictures. That's exactly what we look like.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you if it is your birthday.
It yours still says happy birthday.
It does. And I'm not changing it until...
It's my birth year.
Yeah, basically. So it is Tuesday, March 27th. Currently still winter. The groundhog was actually correct, I think.
Well, look at the rest of the week there, man. It's looking pretty sweet.
Yep. I think... How long ago was 6 weeks? When's Groundhog Day?
I don't even know.
Yeah, anyway, there's a pre-written letter. I won't get into that.
I couldn't tell you. I can just tell you that the rest of the week is like in the high 60s around this area. But inland,
it's going to get in the 70s soon.
Yeah, inland it's going to be in the 70s. So where I live, it'll be 70s.
Make the prediction now. Will it get cold again, or is that it?
Define cold. I mean, that's really
colder than 60.
Will it get colder than 60? Like
Highs.
below, like 59 or lower? Yeah, I think we'll have a few more spurts of it. I don't think it'll be miserable. I think we're kind of done with the miserable. Well, I mean, maybe in the middle of the night, but
what are you talking about? Miserable is this time of year when it gets to 80 degrees and higher with all the humidity. That's what I find miserable.
In 3 months, we'll be complaining about a totally different miserable.
Oh no, I don't complain about that. I love this weather.
I'd rather sweat than freeze. I can tell you that.
We are the exact opposite. I want to feel like I am dying of frostbite.
If I'm not wearing shorts and flip flops, I'm only moderately happy as a human.
So we all know which one will be the joyful one this summer on the podcast, and then when it turns around, I'm like, Halloween!
You hear this upbeat tone Sean has? It's gone.
Because it's 50 degrees.
June, it's gone.
Well, we even changed the song to be just depressing in the summertime.
Well, you're going on vacation in the summer, aren't you?
Yeah, I think the first week of June we're going to Disney, which...
And you're going to be on a boat at some point?
Yeah, Disney cruise.
What? Do you
I'm
know?
sorry. First week of April.
Oh, well, that won't be that bad.
Yeah.
I was supposed to say the Caribbean's it's pretty toasty.
No, look. If I'm
toasty
somewhere where I'm wearing, if I'm on like the beachy water, whatever, heat is fine. I'm fine with sweating and stuff. It's when I'm dressed in long pants going to meetings and I'm sweating on the way to the meeting, and I show up at the meeting, it looks like I just ran a marathon, and they're like, nice to meet you. What's wrong with you?
Why are you drenched in
summertime? I look out of the window, and I start sweating. It's really ridiculous. So
yeah, the humidity is just goes right through the glass.
I mean, I might have a problem. So anyway, did you do anything this weekend?
Not normal. Friday, we kind of try to make that date
Boathouse.
night. No, it didn't. That's what I'm saying. Normally we try to make Friday, or at least Friday or Saturday a date night. But this weekend we had some alumni events at our old school, and that took up our Friday. And then Saturday we just laid low, and then yesterday we went down to Charleston and met some family that I haven't met before.
You went to Charleston on a random Monday?
Yeah, that's usually when we go.
That's like your weekend, though. You guys do Sunday, Monday.
Monday's like our Sunday. So we went down there, met some family that were great, awesome people.
Did you know ahead of time they were there?
They told us over the weekend that they were going to take a little trip because they live in Alabama.
Because the way I read that on your Facebook was, hey, we ran in the family.
Woo.
I was like, that's
no, we planned it, quick notice, but they don't live anywhere near here, and I've never met that part of my family before. So
you didn't even know them?
Knew them through Facebook. I met them through Facebook. Facebook makes everything small world.
That's really weird.
It was really cool to meet them.
Are they like third cousins?
Yeah, they're fairly close actually.
You know, it's really funny though. I actually did something very similar where a third or fourth cousin of mine worked at Ripley's Aquarium, and my grandmother was like, "Oh yeah, she moved from Kentucky to work there," and somehow when my grandparents came down, we all got together and we met her, we hung out with her, and then we took our daughter to Ripley's one time. It was interesting. It's just the third, fourth cousin type thing, and
Yeah. Well, these people, I posted something online a long time ago in regards to some of my ancestors, and somebody saw it and was like, "Hey, I know who you are. We're related." And then so it was great because I had never met them before, and so they came through, and they'd never been to Charleston, so we
secretly they were hoping you were like a billionaire.
Yeah. Sorry. if you guys are listening, I'm so sorry I'm not a millionaire. But yeah, we did the Charleston stuff, did the little history carriage tour, which is always cool. So that was our weekend. What about you?
I did more moving.
You're not done yet?
No, actually,
I feel like this is the longest move ever.
So, well, the thing is that we know them, the people we're getting the house from, and they're just so like every weekend we're just taking stuff. So instead of renting a giant truck, we're just taking stuff every week. So like right now I'm sleeping on the floor.
So very no pressure move then.
Right. So when we're using a friend's trailer this coming up weekend on Friday, and literally all we're going to be moving is like 3 beds and a couple of dressers.
That's it.
Yeah. So and TV. So I mean it'd be kind of nice, and a table. So it'll be pretty nice. Actually, I might be throwing a table and chairs out. Let me know if you're interested. Daniel.
Okay. I'll talk about that afterwards.
Daniel will be like, is that wood? I can build it.
I do like to refinish some furniture.
But I will say, I did a photo shoot for a bridal session for a bride for an upcoming wedding that we're doing in Wilmington at a place called Arley Gardens. I would share the photos, but she hasn't been married yet, and she'd probably be upset if I did that.
Where is it at?
Arley Gardens.
Where is that at?
So it's through Wilmington, and here's the thing: is I'm from the area, and I've been to Wilmington a lot. I know Wilmington like the back of my hand until I get past like the. So if you're on Oleander and you're driving, the mall's on your right and all that, Toys R Us, rest in peace, is on your right, and then if you keep going through that light over College, I never really went that back there before, right? And we went back there, and it was it was kind of like a Brook Green garden, but not as much garden as it was neat structures and stuff like that. So it was a neat.
I'm sure it'll turn out good. You do good photos. So.
Yeah, it was a very photogenic place. It was overcast, which sounds weird, but I love that because I don't have to worry about squinting and shadows. If you ever have a photographer and you want to cancel because it's overcast, don't. The photos would be much better if they know what they're doing.
Note to self.
Yeah, because then you have the weird eye shadows. You never take a picture and everybody's got like raccoon eyes because of the shadows.
Right.
Do that on their eyes, especially if they have deep sockets.
That goes away with overcast.
Yeah, overcast is just like a giant softbox. It's the best ever. Now, if you're on the beach, it can be a little more difficult because then you got to worry about replacing the sky. It can look a little grayer. But where we were, it was really cool. So then afterwards, we leave and we're hungry. And I see this brewery, and my wife is not a beer drinker. I'm like, let's go eat there. And she goes, they're not going to have food there. I'm like, are you kidding me? These breweries sometimes have the best food. So, I don't want to talk about it without knowing the name of it. So I'm going to pull up on Facebook. But we go, and it's this. I pull into the parking lot. This guy walking by. I'm like, hey, do they have food? He goes, they do. Cool. So we park. This place is packed.
Really?
Like there's cars everywhere.
Wilmington?
Yeah, we go in, and it seems fine. See if you can go to my page and see if she tagged us there on Facebook.
Oh, let me grab my phone.
So we go in there, and there's a table high top at the bar. They've got all their the beers have like these all like kind of almost matching wooden. They're like all wooden handles on the taps, but they're all like written with like engraved, I guess, into it, and they're all a little bit different shaped. And so we get there and we order an appetizer, and I can put a picture of this up, but it was here.
You're not tagged in the brewery.
Okay. Well, I'm going to show you a picture, and I'm going to show everyone a picture. What do you think that was?
Well, just from here, I would say it looks like maybe boneless wings, but I mean, I'm looking at a picture
What about
on my phone.
that? The second thing in the back. People watching at home on Facebook.
Green beans, deep fried green beans.
So it's thick cut calamari and buffalo cauliflower.
Oh, and how was it?
It was actually really awesome. I was like, you ordered.
I've had the broccoli tater tots before.
I've never heard of, I go to the restroom, right? And I come back, and she's like, what'd you do? I was like, I ordered buffalo cauliflower. I'm like, huh?
What?
Do you mean wings? No, he said it was really good. I'm like, okay.
It better be.
It was actually really good. I'm not going to lie. Then I had a homemade blue cheese. The calamari was good. Maybe it was Seagate. It shows Seagate where I tagged the picture, actually. That's interesting.
Yeah, I've seen that happen before.
So anyway, man, it was the food.
So
was,
you had an eventful weekend then.
Yeah, actually, I did.
Normally you don't have a lot going on, but you actually outdid me, man.
I was about to tell you I didn't do anything, and then turns out I did.
You did.
So yeah.
Well, are your kids excited for Easter? little girl probably more than the
Yeah,
younger
they
one.
went to Bass Pro Shop. Bass Pro Shop does free Easter Bunny photos, by the way.
I saw that.
Yeah, so they went and took advantage of that, and they seem to have some fun doing it.
I guess they cost money at other places like the mall, especially with these full-size Easter bunnies.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. So yeah, I mean,
I kind of wanted to go like just take a random photo with the Easter bunny in the mall just for the sake of being goofy, but they kind of frowned upon that when I'm just kidding. I didn't bother, but I just thought it would be funny to just have my big bearded self like just sitting on the park bench beside the Easter bunny chilling. And I don't know, man. I might have to go after that one day.
yeah. I'm really mad, by the way, at Apple. I'm trying to see the map, and it's just not loading. Apple, fix your maps.
Is it the map?
5 years
is it
later.
the map or is it sweet internet?
Oh no, I'm on LTE right now.
Oh, okay.
And it's just not. I really wanted to find the name of the place. If I do, I'll post
Yeah,
it. So.
we'll post it.
But
So,
I mean they're excited, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. You got any Easter bunnies?
Someone just turned lights
Got
on.
any Easter bunnies creeping in the house? Going to leave some eggs and candy?
I was told.
You're not- are you
I was
gonna-
told I'm no longer talking about the Easter Bunny on the podcast.
Well, what events do you have? I know you got some events lined up.
So Easter's gonna be weird because we're gonna be in a new house, so we have to send a letter so the Easter Bunny can find us.
Yeah, you got to make sure.
Events. I do have a event. It's an Easter event. It is a Easter Bunny festival on Saturday from 11 to 2 until 2. It's at the shopping center. What's the name of the shopping center with Hickory Tavern? Coastal North Town Center. So it said, actually in their description it says near Hickory Tavern. They're going to have the Easter Bunny's going to be there, a baby chick petting zoo, that's going to go wrong, games and prizes, face painting, and of course, a bounce house.
I wonder if those chicks are going to be for sale because I could totally see some little kids wanting to take some chicks home with them.
That's probably a bad idea.
You going to get some chickens and take home with you, man?
I don't even know.
Little peeps, live peeps.
Oh, what if the
Do
kids...
you like the peeps, man? You know, there's always an argument online like whether pineapple belongs on pizza or not, and it's like a 50-50. Well, I've come to realize that there's the same argument as applying to peeps. And if you don't know what a peep is, I'm talking about the marshmallow little candies that look like chicks. Are you a peep fan?
I hate them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't really ever eat them. But
I'm confused, really, though. This has just never made sense to me. Why is Easter a mixture of baby chickens, eggs, and bunnies? Where did that come from?
I've heard different histories around the East Bunny, which I'm not going to get into.
Did Jesus have a pet bunny that laid eggs?
I don't know.
This is what I'm curious
He
about.
created them. maybe he had a favorite. You know, maybe out of all the animals he created, he was like, I totally love the chickens.
And maybe eventually that animal evolved or turned into the duck-billed platypus. Because that's a mammal that has a beak that lays eggs.
Well, that just shows God has a sense of humor.
Cruel one at that.
That's a whole other podcast.
Did you know actually that animal, they are finding that it secretes some sort of milk through its skin that actually is helping them create new antibiotics?
The duck-billed platypus?
Yes.
How do you find that out? Not you. I mean, how did
I watch a lot of Jeopardy. No.
How does the scientists figure that out? They're just standing around going, we really need some new stuff.
Go find animals and squeeze them and see what happens.
We need some new antibiotics. Has anybody checked the duck-billed platypus lately?
Well, apparently they discovered it because it doesn't have teats to feed the babies.
Right.
They drink the milk from its skin.
Right.
And it has some sort of substance that like it cleans the milk and keeps it from becoming infected from bacteria in the water and stuff. And that secretion of whatever, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Sounds amazing, and you should go on Jeopardy now.
I feel like I explained that somewhat decently.
Is that the only event you have?
The Duckbill. Oh yes.
There's an event for that too.
Yeah, it's called "Come Get These New Shots" that definitely don't cause any sickness.
Well, I have. I usually try to bring in at least 3 events. I brought in 3, and I did not expect to bring this event in to mention it, but it was getting so much attention when we shared it. This is not our event. We're just sharing it from somebody else.
It has nothing to do with mayonnaise, right?
I don't know, man. No, it's if you're not familiar with the area, there's a cool little bar called Beaver Bar in Murrells Inlet. So it's not too far. It's just outside of town. And
The duck-billed platypus also has a beaver tail.
See, this whole thing was meant to happen. This whole conversation. It was just
I'm going back to my coffee.
divine intervention. No, they are going to have, if you're a fan of country music, especially, I mean, some might say old school, but it's neither old school nor new school. Clay Walker is going to be at the Beaver Bar. And I didn't expect it to get so much traction and so much attention, but people really started like getting involved, and shows a lot of people are going. So the tickets, I want to think I read they were like $15 or $20, but I don't remember for sure. Now, if you go to the Boathouse, I know Boathouse does free show Fridays. This is not the Boathouse. This is Beaver Bar, and the tickets do have a cost to them, and it's June 15th. The show starts at 7, but you got to get there by 6, or the doors open by 6, so that's the best time to get in. So, again, I didn't intend to share that, but there we go. Sean, you look like a karate guy. So
11 years.
11 years.
No, really.
Do you have the...
Actually, I hurt my hip before I got my leg, though.
Do you have the American flag parachute pants like the guy from Napoleon Dynamite?
I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't.
Oh, God, I hope people have the same sense of humor.
Actually, karate, kickboxing, and taekwondo, but just karate.
What do you say? You think anybody wants to catch a roundhouse kick to the head for somebody wearing these?
Wear that to your next 80s party.
Yeah, can you just flash the picture up there so people at least know what I'm talking about? But anyway, the karate, let's see, what is it called? It's Myrtle Beach Self-Defense. They're doing a free self-defense class April 15th, and it's at Karate World in Surfside Beach. So I think it's for all ages. I haven't seen anybody doing one of these. I thought it'd be good. The world's kind of a crazy place, so if you I guess if you want your kid, or if you're a man or a woman and you decide you want to be able to defend yourself a little bit better, they're going to give a little free lesson. I think it's 2 hours, 10 to noon, April 15th at Karate World in Surfside Beach. Check that out.
Remind me about karate in a minute after we get done with the events.
Bring back karate. Note to self. Bring back karate. My final event, I try to throw in good causes when I can or when I remember to. And I'm always someone who's encouraging others to give blood because it does help a lot. So Ripley's Aquarium is hosting a blood drive on May 26th. And the cool thing is whoever gives blood gets free entry. And then you get half price off of your family on the 26th.
That's an interesting concept. That's good. Yeah. That's a good idea.
26th of May. So I give blood all the time, usually as often as I can. If it lines up where I'm able to give, that day, I'll give, and I'll get in Ripley's for free. So, I mean, if you've never given blood before, it's really nothing to freak out about. If you're afraid of needles, don't look. It's really not that painful. These guys are professionals. And honestly, it's a really quick process. If you're not giving like double red or anything like that, you're just giving like a single unit of blood, you're in and out.
How do you know if your red is double red?
Oh, no, it means it means you give double the amount of red, and they put certain amounts.
They put burgundy or something.
No, if you have certain blood types, they'll be willing to take like more or less like double the quantity of red blood cells and then put the other parts of the blood back in your body. But if you're just doing the standard blood donate, it's really quick and really simple. In fact, the questionnaire and everything else usually takes longer than the actual donation of blood. And if you want to go to the aquarium, it's a win-win.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, do that.
What about karate, though?
They're bringing back the Karate Kid.
I'm good. Yes, it's called Cobra Kai.
It actually looks good.
What was it? I'm gonna say a month ago. I saw. I don't know if it was an article or something. I read something about it, and I was like, "This is gonna suck." And nothing against YouTube, but it's going on YouTube's channel
YouTube
thing.
Original series.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to even think about this, but anyway, I don't know, maybe Friday or something. I saw the preview for it, like a trailer,
like a movie trailer.
It looked really good.
Yeah,
I'm kind of interested.
What would he say? Yeah, I kicked him in the face.
What's his name? Johnny went off on those kids in that trailer.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So, but it's called Cobra Kai, right?
Yeah. It's the same two actors.
And it kind of made Ralph Macchio look like the trailer made it kind of look like he was like a little cocky, arrogant. Like,
yeah, that's
so
what
I wonder if they're
it's
spinning it. Like maybe like they're going to role reverse this thing.
That actually confused me because it's been so long since I saw the original movie that I was watching and I'm like, wait, he kicked him, but he wasn't like I was like, they've switched roles now. Basically, is what came in my head because I was like, wasn't he the bully? But now he looks like he's kind of the bully.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, am I thinking of the right people? But I was right.
Yeah.
They switched places. He kicked the nonsense out of him, and he just seemed to not.
If you're listening, you have no idea what we're talking about. Karate Kid, the back in the day, right?
Spoiler alert.
They're bringing it back, and it's going to be a series, like a show, but it's going to be on the YouTube channel. And anyway, if you Google or just type in YouTube, rather, Cobra Kai trailer, you'll see what I'm saying. But did you notice, when Johnny kicked those kids that were kind of causing problems in the trailer? That first kick looked awful similar to the kick that took him out in the first movie. So for you Karate Kid geeks, the crane. He used the crane. Johnny used the crane. Oh, man.
And they even flash back to the movie.
I'm all hyped up now.
I am too. And I was a fan of the movie as a kid.
If they don't bring back Top Gun now, the world is just going to come crashing down.
I honestly don't know why I got more excited than I really should have for this show because it was a great movie and I remember really liking it as a kid, but it wasn't like top 5 movies I like, I guess. But maybe I'm more excited than I remember being excited.
I'm trying to think.
Something about them flashing back to the old movie is what made whoever put that trailer together did a really good job.
And we're probably losing listeners right now. We're geeking out. I'll have to change.
Anyway, so you got some stuff for us?
I always like to bring weird news, but you always usually bring some tech news or some thoughts.
Yeah, today's Tuesday, and if you're listening to this, it's already happened, and Apple's announcing things. I'm going to make a prediction because it is 10 a.m. The event's at 11 a.m. Eastern, I think. I don't know. Time zones.
That sounds about right.
I think they're going to announce an iPad for schools. It's going to be cheaper.
For schools?
For schools with pencil support.
Okay.
I think they're going to announce a new iPad.
Like a base model kind of thing?
Yeah, I think they're going to make a big push towards schools.
Okay.
Including possible cheaper MacBook Airs made for schools, maybe made for public as well. I'm assuming they're going to announce the regular iPad Pros updates as well. So,
you think the iPad Pro is going to go bezel-less, more or less like the 10, like the iPhone 10?
I don't think they'll do that this year.
Every time I see a preview, like on YouTube, there's always somebody trying to predict it, and it just shows like a bezel-less.
I literally have a case on my iPad that has an extra bezel on it because I get annoyed by that.
Really?
Because if you set it down sometimes like in the bed or something, if it has no bezel, you can't even see the screen sometimes if it's sitting up on a stand. Really dumb problem, but. Yeah, so they have an event today. I don't think they're going to announce a new MacBook Pros or anything. They could, but...
So you think the existing MacBook is just going to go ahead and run through the year?
No, I think it'll be in the spring.
In the spring?
Well, later in the spring. It's almost April.
That's what I'm saying.
Usually, I feel like they announce those closer to when they have the WWDC.
What about the watch? New watch?
I have no idea.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Well, we're going to find out.
But it's going to be iPad and school related because I think they're trying to compete with Google Chromebooks and... yeah, I'm going to go on another Apple rant this week.
Don't do it, man.
As I type on my MacBook computer and my iPhone.
We know Tim Cook. He listens all the time.
I know. So
don't want to offend him.
So Timmy, if you
him and Matt Damon.
Yeah. Who couldn't make it today?
We ran out of time.
He knows shows on a lot of people's shows, including ours and Jimmy Kimmel's. But anyway.
Last week or the week before as well, we talked about rolling out like a little bit of a very short segment of fake news on Facebook primarily, since that's where most of the time I see this. And
unless you deleted Facebook.
And I couldn't blame you if you did. But I saw one that seems to be floating around now, and oddly enough, there's a significant amount of people that believe this. So I'm just going to say it's not real because I know it's not real. Mark Zuckerberg did not invent the word BFF. So
that's the most important one you could find.
He did not. He did not program Facebook to make the word BFF appear in certain colors to let you know if your account was safe or if it was hacked. So if you see the word BFF and it's colored and interactive or it's not, it has nothing to do with the security of your account. It's just the way Facebook has made certain words animated now, like congratulations, for example.
I was about to test it out, too.
Right.
acknowledged it.
Yeah. Like if somebody types the word congratulations, it's like in a color, and you click it, and like this little animation happens.
Rad.
It's the same thing.
I think rad.
Yeah. And also, Mark Zuckerberg doesn't.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. I'm gonna start calling him the Zuck. The Zuck does not shell out money when you share stuff. Forget it. It's not happening. He didn't become a billionaire by giving people $1,000 every time they share a post. So if you see those posts, please know, no one looks down on you for sharing them, but they are fake. And you will not get a check, and your account is not hacked.
And if you share something that says, I do not give Facebook the right, it does nothing. Go into your privacy settings and uncheck the box. That's what does that.
Yes, so if it says I don't give the right, you can forget it. It doesn't matter.
I saw those the other day pop up again.
It's not legal. Weird news. I think we're okay on time. Weird news. So I don't even know where to start. I haven't got
I'll tell you what, Tom from MySpace
Yeah.
is trolling Facebook now.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever happened to Tom?
He got $500 million, and he just goes around the world taking photos. He's a really good photographer.
That's it?
Yeah.
He got how much?
$500 million.
I can live on that.
I think you should.
I would travel the world and take photos.
That's literally what he's doing.
Yeah.
Except now he's posting memes about Facebook. And it's kind of great.
Didn't Timberlake try to revive MySpace like 5 years ago or something?
Yeah.
And it didn't really work. But my old MySpace is still active.
Yeah.
I can still go to it.
MySpace.com/Sean McKenna. About 10,000 followers. Still sitting there
Look
stagnant.
at you, semi-famous MySpace guy. Weird news. Trying to think which one I'll go first. Man eats Lucky Charms.
It's not weird.
Let me finish. He eats Lucky Charms and milk out of a pothole.
A pot with a hole?
A pothole in the road. This dude found a pothole in the road and thought, what better cereal bowl for Lucky Charms? And it was a college student, so from Tide Pods to pothole Lucky Charms. I mean, this is where we're going, right? There's apparently no reason for him to do it. It's he used a whole box of Lucky Charms and a whole gallon of milk, and the picture's there, and you should be seeing it on your screen. It's actually a video, but we'll just post a little screenshot of the video.
Yeah.
But the story is true, and there's absolutely no reason why he did it. I like Lucky Charms.
I have no words.
South Carolina's the perfect place for it, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. We got potholes.
We're not getting political.
The South Carolina highways can be highways or destroy your suspension ways. That's for sure. Click it or ticket. No. We have plenty of potholes. Second story. This one I thought, after I read the story, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, but it's still funny to hear. Pennsylvania couple get married in Walmart Garden Center. They already got the awning and everything, man. Your silence is deafening. Yeah, they got married in a Walmart. And at first I was like, why would you do that? And I guess the sentiment is kind of...
Did they work there?
So the two people, they met there in 2015 when they were working there. So they both worked there from my understanding. And they realized that when they planned their wedding that a lot of their coworkers would not be able to attend the wedding because they'd have to work. So they really...
It's not the worst idea, actually.
They did it. They did it at Walmart in the garden center. Where I guess they could decorate how they wanted, but so their coworkers could go. So while it is funny and odd, it's cool that they were.
It's funny and odd when you hear the title, but actually it makes sense in a way that, to be honest with you,
think of all the money they saved too, man.
Maybe if the photographer was good, look better than some chapels.
They didn't have to buy any decorations. They just move it off the shelf, decorate, and put it back. But no, the idea was cool that they were they were concerned with their coworkers on what would be their special day. So I think it's cool that they did it, but it's still funny to hear. This one is mildly gross, but it's not the grossest as we've done in the past. So no stress there. Hopefully you'll see the video coming up in a second. At the Detroit Pistons game against the Sacramento Kings, there's you must know the fans at the game. I guess the cameras that aim at the audience captured. I don't even understand this. Captured a couple women passing a jar of mayonnaise between them, just eating straight mayonnaise out the jar. And it wasn't even. It's not even Duke's, man. And in the South, how we are about Dukes.
I can eat mayonnaise in a sandwich, but it grosses me out to see it anywhere else. When I was told a meal that my mom made had mayonnaise mixed in, it bothered me.
So you don't like mayonnaise at all?
No, I do in a sandwich sometimes.
Just don't pass around that stuff called Miracle Whip, man. If it ain't Duke's, it's not mayonnaise. That's just fact of the South. I know they're out in another part of the country, but it says the guy tweeted, ESPN tweeted, there's food you can put on that. Put that on, and anyway, they were just eating it like yogurt and pudding and straight out of the jar. And again, hopefully you might see a screenshot or video on the screen. I'm not sure what Sean's putting up there, but it's it's pretty gross.
I already put up the picture and took it down. I can't look at it anymore.
It's rough, man. It's rough. 29
minutes and 35 seconds. You can go back and watch.
How does this podcast evolve so drastically every time?
It's a nasty, nasty thing.
So spring break's coming up. So if you live in Myrtle Beach, full disclosure, you're about to get blasted. It's already blasting in Charleston. So when we were down there, the lady that took us on the carriage tour,
like a hurricane.
No, man, it's like kids. Well, they're going to be drinking hurricanes in Margaritaville. But
weather. I was like, okay.
No, she said it was the busiest 2 weeks. So I'm guessing if it's the busiest 2 weeks in Charleston there, it's pretty soon it's going to be hitting us. I'm guessing for the next 3 weeks it's going to be pretty bumping around here. Kids getting out for spring break, prom coming up.
I thought spring break already started.
It varies. So I know like some of the schools are out, I'm going to say next week. So
interesting.
Yeah, every school is a little bit different. Anyway, I think that's all I've got. Yeah, I'm looking through my notes. That's all I have.
I'll tell you what. Just like we did for St. Patty's Day, everyone's doing Easter stuff. Tupelo Honey's doing their breakfast buffet. They're not paying us to say it. I just think that their food was really good. The Market Common thing I mentioned.
Some good repetitive ones we talked about, which is all you can bowl at 7:10 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think it's at 3:00.
And some of the restaurants are still doing the buy one get ones at night.
You'll basically pay like $10, $7 for the bowling and $3 for the shoes, and you can bowl all you want. That's a great recurring event. The Boathouse, which we love the Boathouse. We got a good relationship with those guys. Great venue. Every Friday night they have a free show, and this is not bottom of the barrel talent they're bringing in. Jason over at the Boathouse is bringing in some really good talented guys and some really good talented bands.
What are you talking about? They haven't booked me yet.
Yeah. Listen, man, you got to get a better agent, I guess. I don't know. Do you play country music?
No, but I can yodel.
Well, I don't think that's going to work. But those are some really good recurring events. If you're interested in Easter events, just go look. You can't open Facebook without finding some Easter event. Other than that, man, I'm good. We didn't really get off the rails too much today, which is strange for us.
No, it's weird. I'm sorry if you guys were expecting us to talk about nonsense.
Yeah.
We kind of put it at the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Again,
right.
Listen, YouTube, bring back Top Gun. You bring back Top Gun, and don't remake the song Danger Zone.
Oh, hold on, I have an idea. I have a really funny idea way to end this that would be weird.
Okay.